Teton County is a land of striking contrasts. Towering peaks and deep valleys where nature carves a path forward. In this place of abundant beauty, there is a constant cycle of renewal that takes place. In Teton County School District number 1, the landscape reflects the journey. Peaks of achievement and valleys of opportunities, where resilience and dedication flow like the rivers that surround us. Here, the story isn't just what you see on the surface. It's about the vision and determination it takes to build a brighter future together. My vision for the Teton County School District is a place where students and staff members feel safe, they feel supported, and they know that all of their dreams can come true because we have the support and the goal of letting you fly and do whatever your heart tells you, that you have the confidence and the resilience to manage life's ups and downs, and that this school district is all about supporting students. We are willing and able to do whatever we can so that a student can learn outside of the school day. A student's teacher or staff member or bus driver, custodian, food service worker, whatever the role is, that we are all here to help, and that this school district wants our students to feel like they matter.
Staying rooted in our mission of developing bilingual and biliterate global leaders really helps us stay focused and stay true to why we come to work every day. And our students are very lucky that we have an incredibly passionate group of teachers who believe strongly in the mission of our school. The teachers that work here, it's choice to work here. They didn't land here by accident. They sought this job out, and we're lucky to have them here because they bring a lot of that passion and energy for our students to school.
I feel like we have a lot of support from our community. I think it's just, them wrapping their arms around the notion of bilingualism and biliteracy and really understanding our mission of creating, these students into our future leaders in our community and wherever they decide to go.
About 10 years ago, my daughter was a third grader. I had already known what a great education she was getting in her kindergarten through third grade. When I came to the district as an employee, I got a much broader, deeper sense of truly the quality education she was receiving. Everyone who works for our district has an impact on our students, including my own child.
What stands out to you about the district's role in Jackson?
I think it's one of the biggest employers, and it's one of the most important, if it's an industry, it's the most important industry in Jackson. Education is really important for this next generation of kids who will be leading this valley. And that new blood is going to power this valley for the years to come.
Language is more than words. It's a bridge, a connection between cultures, experiences, and opportunities. In Teton County School District number 1, the Dual Immersion program, the first of its kind in the state of Wyoming, has become that bridge, transforming lives in unexpected ways. For non-native English speakers, it's a doorway to opportunity. For native English speakers, it's a journey into a richer, more inclusive perspective to the world around them. Classrooms hum with the sound of collaboration, where students not only learn a language, but also gain the confidence and skills to navigate a global future. The program isn't just about bilingual fluency. It's about building empathy, breaking barriers, and enriching lives. This is the story of a community coming together, proving that when we embrace diversity, we all grow stronger.
What do you like most about being in the Dual Immersion program?
Lo que me gusta de estar en una escuela bilingüe es estar hablando dos lenguajes, como entender a las personas que hablan español y entender a las personas que hablan inglés.
How does it feel to be able to speak both Spanish and English?
It feels like if you had a superpower, like you could understand everybody's word.
Dual Immersion is a programming model for education where students have the opportunity to learn in 2 different languages. And we have a demographic in Teton County that demands that. We have a lot of students that live here where their native language is Spanish. A lot of our native Spanish-speaking families look and seek out that opportunity or that educational model where they can preserve their native language in addition to learning English at the same time.
Over the years, our numbers of non-English speakers has dramatically increased. I think we're way up to about 40% in the schools now. Most of those people who come here to get their kids educated.
Language is the key to understanding a culture. You can see it, you can be in a place, you can see what's happening, you can listen, you can hear, but if you can't understand the language, you can't communicate in the language, you can't dive into that next layer of depth of what it means to be in a different culture and have an understanding of that.
Igual a 2 también y restar, ¿verdad? Repiten, sumar, y restar. Bueno, ¿quién puede decirme la fecha? En 3, 2, 1, 0. Repite, ¿qué tienes tú? Muchas gracias. Pareja nueva en 5. Muchas gracias. Siéntate. Enero, febrero, marzo, abril, mayo, junio, julio, agosto, septiembre, octubre, noviembre, diciembre.
It's very expensive for us to have, say, a dual school. The actual school is probably about the same as any other elementary school, but finding people who are bilingual to teach is very, very difficult.
Muchachos, ¿cómo están? Bien. Vamos para adentro. My first year here, just connecting with my students and making that connection with all of them, with everyone. That was truly amazing because kids were saying oh, Mr. Lopez, finally, someone that can understand me, someone that can relate to me or see the struggles. So that was that's what I'm still here. Hey, chicos, y recuerden, ¿por qué en esta parte no hacen un diseño un poco simple como este? The dual program has so many benefits for our students. Building proficiency in 2 languages, Spanish and English.
estamos haciendo los alebrijes y poniendo los diseños intricados. Ahorita lo estamos haciendo como en la cabeza unas plumitas. Y la chica le está haciendo un diseño en el cuerpo, a ver de lo que hace. Y
We offer two really like higher level classes, AP Spanish Lang and AP Spanish Lit. And those classes, the students actually, at the end of the year, they have to take a test. And we have about 93 to 95, sometimes even more % of the student population passing the test. So that says that we have a really strong building. These kids, like the Anglo students, they learn so much about the Hispanic culture. And this is thanks to all of the Spanish teachers that they have in the dual program. When you go to Munger, they have teachers from Peru, Costa Rica, and that makes it like really powerful. Also teachers from Spain and from Mexico. So it's just like they have a vision from a little bit of different places.
El programa de Dual Immersion ha tenido un gran impacto para familias y estudiantes en Teton County. Pienso que inclusión es el más importante y si programas como Dual Immersion no existió, pienso que muchas partes de nuestra comunidad que son tan impactantes y tan como fundamentales para nuestra comunidad va a ser perdido.
The advances that I see that my child's being part of the dual is they're able to talk to my extended family. My wife's extended family, since everyone still lives in Mexico, so we communicate with them and they communicate with them in Spanish, and they have there's no bridge, there's no gap in between cultural things or language barrier.
¿Los mismos colores?
They see that America is their language and their culture, but the integration with our extended family has been just probably one of the best things to be thankful for.
Approximately 20 years ago, our district developed the Dual Immersion program, which has served countless students so very well. It's incredible that both native Spanish-speaking students and native English-speaking students work together, learn together. That said, Dual Immersion is not right for all students, and we recognize education as a very individual process. It's important to recognize that all of our schools serve students incredibly well, provide a very high-quality education. So while Dual Immersion is great for some students, may not be the right fit for others, and we are super proud to have all options available for all of our kids.
In the shadow of Teton County's grandeur lies a stark contrast. A wealth divide as vast as the mountains themselves. With the highest cost of living in Wyoming and the country, the challenge isn't just about making ends meet, it's finding ways to thrive. For many families and educators, living here means balancing challenges with opportunities. Through innovative efforts like affordable housing initiatives, the district has successfully collaborated with the community, ensuring that those who shape the next generation have a place to call home. The cost of living in Teton County is 176% higher than it is anywhere else in Wyoming. And that's a reality that we face every single day. The families sacrifice a lot to live here in Teton County. And with that sacrifice, we have to recognize that, and the expectation that the school district is exceptional is right up there, because families cannot afford to worry about paying rent and feeding their children and providing medical care, as well as if the quality of the public schools are meeting their expectations.
Housing is one of our most important challenges in the Valley. I'm a broker, been a broker for 22 years. My dad was a broker for 35 years. And I read that teachers last about 3.5 years in the Valley and then they move on. And most of that is because of housing-related needs. They want to come here, they want a place to live, they won't have housing anxiety. And if they do, they're going to move on. Building housing for teachers, designated housing, is a way to keep people here. And also, it's an existential threat, right? If you don't have teachers, you don't have classrooms. You don't have classrooms, you've got 60 kids to a class or 80 kids to a class, and you cannot recruit new teachers. And so I know many, many people want to move here. They want to come to the Valley and experience the lifestyle, but not if they've got to move every 3 months or 6 months or live in a hotel downtown. That's not the lifestyle that they had in mind. So in order for us to recruit the best and keep the best, we need to create housing that people want to live in.
This hardship is affecting our students, our student population. We have a very unique student population because we have one of the largest wealth gaps in the country here in Jackson Hole. A lot of people think, oh, Jackson Hole, they must have the best of everything here, but that's not always necessarily the case. We have unique challenges that other school districts don't have. The high cost of housing is one of them, as well as just the cost of living. I am fortunate enough to own my home that I live in here in Jackson, but I have several coworkers who can't afford to live here. So they live over the pass in Victor, they live in Alpine, they're driving over an hour both ways to get to work. When we're having weather issues, they will close the pass, and so the teachers that live in Victor can't get to work. You couple that with not having a big sub pool, and then all of a sudden now we're subbing for one another's classrooms because the teachers can't afford to live in town and get to work on those days, which can be really frustrating.
The most common phrase you might hear is that the billionaires push out the millionaires in this town. It was in the newspaper again today that this is the highest income per capita county in the entire United States of America. And you know, I'd probably the question I would ask would be, how many millionaire teachers do you know?
I think the biggest message for our community is that our district needs funds to continue the quality of education that we've been used to. When you donate to the Fund for Public Education, you are helping out all of the kids in our school district. You're helping out our teachers. You're helping out the future of our community. We can't underestimate the importance of the fund for the future of our community.
There's a reason why I came and, never left. It is a wonderful place to raise a family. If you love going out in nature, you can do that, from your back door. I really love just growing up here and being able to raise my own children here and have that small community, but really strong community to be able to, have my kids experience.
In an effort to keep teachers in our community, we are currently building a 24-unit apartment building, as well as trying to acquire housing units for our teachers. Now, there are quite a few teachers who actually own their homes in town, which is a great thing. But we can see that in the future, that's going to be harder and harder and harder to keep people here. We try to be the best employer in town, both with our benefits and our teacher pay. And so we feel like if we can give teachers a really good rental unit, they know somebody's not going to pull out from under them if they decide to sell, that we can continue to keep teachers. But we're going to have to continue to do that year after year.
Our community provides such a healthy lifestyle with skiing and hiking and our amazing pathway system. The things that we have access to is really special.
I came to the U.S. at the beginning. It was a little bit challenging to find a job because obviously first I didn't have any experience here in the U.S. So we were on this trip and we ended up here in Jackson. And I told my wife, I want to move here. This is really cool. All it was just, like a dream. Usually schools are looking for teachers. It wasn't until February when I looked at the school here in Jackson and they had an opening, for a Spanish teacher. And I told my wife, there's an opening and we should look at it, so it was cool. But then we did the research about the community and OMG, it was crazy expensive. Thanks to the administration, because they had some housing for employees. So we were one of the first ones to occupy those units. And that was more manageable for us. Otherwise, I don't think we would have stayed.
Growth is at the heart of Teton County School District number 1, a commitment to nurturing potential, cultivating leadership, and investing in the people who make this community remarkable. Behind every thriving classroom is a teacher who feels supported, challenged, and inspired. Through initiatives like the Wyoming Teacher Apprentice Program, we're building the next generation of leaders through professional development programs, because when teachers thrive, students do too. From leadership programs to mentorship, Teton County School District is committed to growing the new leaders of tomorrow. I try to foster a culture of creativity and letting our staff know that I want you to leap like there's a net. And we provide so many opportunities for our staff to not only work together, but to know that they have the full support of the school district in trying new things. We want our teachers to be creative, to be innovative, and to think forward and know that whatever they try, we want our teachers to really think about the future.
Last year, Wyoming Department of Education had grants available to start apprentice programs. There were 3 districts within the state that did it, and we were one of them. We had 7 apprentices that were either already engaged in a teacher prep program or were just about to get into one. Those 7 apprentices were each placed with a classroom teacher where they spent the year co-teaching, which is the best on-the-job training you can get. Of those 7, 5 have graduated. 2 more will graduate this year, and they will all have full-time employment as certified teachers here in our district. The program's important because Jackson is a challenging place to live, and these are people who are already here, and that's really something that we're proud of, is to be able to take our own graduates, help them financially become teachers, and then have them stay and give back to the program that helped them become who they are and where they are. Another thing that we're doing on top of that is next year we will be starting a high school program called Grow Your Own. So a student can say, hey, I want a career in education. And when I say career, it doesn't necessarily mean a classroom teacher. This could be someone who wants to become a school counselor, a school nurse. It could be someone who wants to be a fitness instructor or a coach. And so it's any job that we have within the umbrella of education. For a small community to be able to grow our own, to support them financially, emotionally, and professionally, to come back and mentor the next generation, it can't get much better than that, really.
It's awesome to work in a district that values professional development like Teton County School District. They have sent me to several different professional development conferences around the country. It's just a pleasure to work for a school district that values those ideals.
When I see the kids very successful, I just was really pleased to hear Colton Elementary is #1 school in Wyoming. That makes me really worth it to wake up like 5 a.m. in the morning and be here 6 a.m. to clean the snow. That makes me really feel happy.
Teton County School District is an incredible district. We are comprised of incredible, passionate educators, professionals who come to work every day to serve the students of our community.
Teachers should come to Teton County School District #1 because of the support that they get. I came here from Utah myself. I had 13 years in Utah and thought that I would retire there. And once I was here, I realized in 3 school districts that I'd been in previously, I'd never had the level of support. I'd never had the opportunity to challenge myself and grow the way that I do here. And yes, financially, it is a harder place to live, but you make happen what you want to make happen. And when it's worth it and this school district is worth it, you find a way to make it happen.
At Teton County School District #1, our students inspire us every day to dream bigger and aim higher. We have a vision designed to unlock greater opportunities for innovation, collaboration, and access. Our schools, like the mountains that surround us, are built to rise and weather challenges. But even the most steadfast peaks are shaped by the forces of time and change. Our district's vision for the future is a reflection of this truth. By creating more room to grow, we'll allow for even greater innovation and access, meeting people where they are and where they dream to go. With the support of the community, we've proven that we can make bold ideas a reality when we come together with purpose. We invite you to join us in honoring the legacy of our past and creating our renewed legacy for the future.